This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we have highlights of last night's Let the People Know program featuring the candidates running for Hazleton Mayor in the upcoming primary election. Hello and welcome to FYI on SSPTV. I'm Ken Karen. I thank you for spending some time with us. I won't waste it. Let's get to our headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. FYI has learned that there is one confirmed case of the chickenpox at the Valley Elementary Middle School in Sugarloaf Township. The superintendent of schools for the Hazleton Area School District, Dr. Francis X. Antonelli, says a letter was sent home today to inform parents. This is a copy of that letter. It can also be found on the school district's website. Dr. Antonelli says the chickenpox case was detected yesterday. He stressed that no one who is not vaccinated must remain out of school until April 29th or until they get the vaccine. According to the letter, children are considered to be immune to chickenpox if they have 2 doses of the varicella vaccine, with the first dose administered at 12 months of age or older, and have documentation of a history of varicella or herpes zoster disease diagnosed by a physician. Parents of those students who are not vaccinated will be personally contacted by the Valley School. Again, there is one confirmed case of chickenpox at the Valley Elementary School. For more information, go to hasdk12.org. We also have posted the letter on our Facebook page at facebook.com/FYI News 13. From chickenpox to Lyme disease, the state has released some important information on the risk of Lyme disease in Pennsylvania. For the first time, black-legged deer ticks have been observed in all 67 counties in the Keystone State. That, according to researchers at the Department of Environmental Protection. DEP's Vector Management Program, in collaboration with the Indiana University of Pennsylvania, published the findings in the Journal of Medical Entomology on April 14th. Acting DEP Secretary John Quigley said in a news release today that DEP's vector management team's confirmation of the high risk of Lyme disease in every county of the Commonwealth verifies that every Pennsylvanian from Philadelphia to Erie must take precautions to prevent the spread of Lyme disease. Lyme disease is an infectious disease caused by the bite of an infected tick that can cause fever, fatigue, headache, muscle aches, and joint pain. Pennsylvania has reported the most cases of Lyme disease in the nation for the past 5 years. For more information, go to depweb.state.pa.us or again, visit our Facebook page. Last night, SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker were proud to bring you a special program entitled Let the People Know. The live program featured all 4 candidates running for Hazleton Mayor on the upcoming May primary election ballot. While the program was not a debate, it was an opportunity for voters to see all 4 candidates at the same time and to compare their views on how the city of Hazleton should be run. Our CEO, Sam Lassand Sr., served as the program moderator with questions posed by Standard Speaker Managing Editor Mark Ketcher and FYI producer Lisa Sugart. The 90-minute program featured Democratic candidates Grace Kuzo and Jack Mundy and Republican candidates Jeff Gassat and incumbent Mayor Joe Yanuzzi. The final question asked of the 4, what is the biggest problem facing the city of Hazleton? Here's an excerpt from each of their answers.
I'd just like to know what specific ideas.
Drugs. I feel drugs are the cause of a lot of of almost all the problems. The crime, the vandalism, everything, the deterioration of a lot of the properties of the people that are unfortunately on drugs. How would I solve it? I would hire part-time police. I would guarantee the police would be on the streets. I would guarantee that we will do drug raids. There will be zero tolerance for.
The biggest problem Hazleton faces, drugs, crime, potholes. I mean, take your pick. The city's finances, you didn't address one thing that's looming over our head is the ACLU wants $2.8 million from the city. Myself, the mayor, and Chris Kobach went down to negotiate a settlement down in Harrisburg, which we couldn't come to an agreement. They want to be reimbursed for their fees, $2.8 million. The city does not have $2.8 million.
Jeff?
I think the biggest problem the city has is financial. We have a dwindling tax basis, which we're losing revenue every year. Our assessable taxes went under $1 billion last year. Our city's worth under $1 billion. Without having the tax base to bring in income, It's hard to add to the police department, the code department, all that stuff. We need the money to fund the police department, the code department. Like Jack said, the MMO for a pension is going to go up $1.4 million.
I was going to say the exact same thing that everybody prior to me said was money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the city of Hazelton go round. You don't have money, you can't accomplish anything. You can't fight crime. You can't rejuvenate the buildings in town. You can't fix roads. You can't do anything. You need money. And I've been saying this for the longest time. I've been trying to fight to get money. I was in a situation, Jackie was there too, where we couldn't do.
If you missed last night's special program, you can catch one of the many rebroadcasts, including tonight at 8 p.m. The times are up on your screen. You can also see the program on our website at SSPTV.com and check out Sam Galski's article in today's Hazelton Standard Speaker. Hazelton police are investigating a retail theft. Police responded to a holdup alarm in the 300 block of West Broad Street around 7:30 last night. Upon arrival, police contacted the store owner, who said that an unknown male stole a cell phone from the store. Anyone with any information is asked to call Hazelton Police by dialing 911. Well, coming up on FYI in sports, we'll preview the first race in the Greater Hazelton Festival of Races. And after this break, Lisa Sugart has information about an event that shines a light on depression and suicide.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
We're back here at Brandon's Forever Home, and each and every week we educate you about foster and adoption. We're back here with Lori O'Gurkis, one of the founders. And, you know, Lori, it's been a while since Brandon's Forever Home has been in creation, so we want to give people some background of what has been accomplished.
It's actually been up and running for 2.5 years now. It started out of our home, and through the love of friends and the community, we just kept helping children in need. And now we're in this grand home, so children can access it. But we've also had the opportunity of reaching out to children who are in the community. Children don't always have to be able to come to Brandon's Forever Home to come visit. Just this past Easter, we had over 50 Easter baskets delivered all over Luzerne County, and actually to some children who are placed outside of Luzerne County in residential treatment facilities. We had Easter baskets shipped to them, so they know that they are always thought of all year round, especially during the holidays.
We are so blessed in this area to have such many giving people, and we have people who give of their talents for free, including our photographer.
Yes, we have a photographer named Jennifer Malaga. She's a phenomenal girl. She does all of our professional photography for any of our special events, for children who are in the house, children who've never ever had a profile shot done. And their picture gets to come and be in Brandon's Forever Home, because it really is their house. I always tell them I just work here for them. So, she was generous enough. She created this Brandon's Forever Home book. And it really does display everything that we've done from the beginning up to now. And it's great because it starts out as once upon a time, and it goes through the whole history of my family, Tara's family, how we got our son, and how we continue to help children from that point forward. And it ends, and I love the ending part. It's a quote from Mother Teresa, who was extremely influential in my life, and to be continued. And I think that that's appropriate, is that it is to be continued. And when I look at this book and I see all of it through pictures, it really is overwhelming, how much we've done through a really short bit of time, but I guess when you love something and something so precious as children who are just innocent, it really does come easy.
And it starts with love, ends with love.
Comes with love, ends with love, and that's what our house is about.
All right, so join us each and every week right here on FYI. We talk with Lori O'Gurkis. We're here at the Brandon's Forever Home. You could stop by and see us. We're here on Church Street. We'll see you next week.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Beautiful day today, but how about that lightning and thunder last night? During the storm, I Googled what is lightning and thunder, and for the first time in my 30 years, I finally know what that's all about and what causes it. For your information, check it out. Cool stuff. All right, let's take a look at our weather. What's coming our way this week? Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 39 degrees. On the extended forecast, showers come back into the picture on Wednesday. 60% chance. Our high will be near 55 degrees. Possible new precipitation amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch possible. Wednesday night, chance of rain, 40% chance. Our low will be around 32 degrees. Also possibility for snow showers. On Thursday, 20% chance of snow showers before 8 a.m., then a slight chance of rain and snow showers. Our high will be 47 degrees. Thursday night, slight chance of rain and snow showers. Our low will be 31 degrees. On Friday, the sun comes back, partly sunny with a high near 47, and then on Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 31 degrees. Saturday is also partly sunny with a high near 52 as things heat up a little bit, but they get cool again on Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 34 degrees. Weather on FYI is brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency with 2 locations to serve you. One is on Sugarloaf Avenue in Cunningham and the other is on Broad Street in Nescopeck. You can call them in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescopeck at 570-752-7683.
Sunday, May 3rd marks the 3rd annual Help Stop the Silence Walk to prevent suicide. I'm here with some of the organizers of the event. Samantha Neiman is the program and walk coordinator for the event. Also, Terry Babzak is the Hazleton Area High School SAD Club advisor, and Kevin Harry is the president of the high school SAD Club. Samantha, I'm going to start with you. We all know that suicide affects so many people, and the statistics are overwhelming.
This very overwhelming, actually. In our country right now, every 12.8 minutes, somebody is taking their lives. And right here in Luzerne County, last year we lost 55 people to suicide here in the county, which is an average of 1 person per week.
That's horrifying. And I know you yourself have been so involved in this because you are a survivor of suicide.
I am a survivor. I lost my 13-year-old son 8 years ago to suicide, and at that time had tried to, reach out and find services in the area, which I was unable to do so in the immediate area, which is why, we came out and decided to do this outreach to the community to try and be able to provide this now, not only for prevention, but also to people who are survivors of suicide.
Well, it's a very wonderful cause, I know, and so many people get involved each year. The SAD Club obviously involved. Terry, why is it so important for the SAD Club to take up this cause of suicide prevention?
Well, SAD stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions. And 7 years ago, the club members brought this issue to the attention of the club, and we discussed how important it is because all of the club members in some way had been affected, whether it was a family member or a friend, a classmate. Somehow they knew the loss from suicide and wanted to do something to help the community recognize the importance of suicide prevention and information out to the community to recognize this issue. And this is how we came to be involved with the walks and have been with them for the last 7 years now coordinating this.
And Kevin, you're the president of the organization. Why is it so important for you to make sure that your fellow classmates are aware of this and for you to be involved in it?
Well, students almost every day around the country are taking their life. And we want to get the students involved to come together to try to prevent that in our school and in our community.
And a lot of the kids really do take this on and really show up in force to actually participate.
Yeah, we get many students from the school and we even get the clubs, all the different clubs come out, and anybody throughout the community comes out, and we all come together as a community.
A really good point to make is that the whole community is involved in this event on May 3rd. And Samantha, you want people to come out, get involved, and know that there is support for anyone else who may be a survivor of suicide.
We do welcome everyone to come out from the community, not only people who are survivors, Also, anyone dealing with mental health issues, we want them to come out along with the survivors and people who just come out to support the cause, to let them know that they're not alone, and help us raise awareness in the community, and of course raise funding to be able to provide services and help these people in our own community. And it is a family event as well. I mean, children are welcome.
And you can register online for this event, or where else can you get the forms?
You can register online at www.helpstopthesilence.org, or you can register the day of the event.
All right, and again, it doesn't cost you anything. If you'd like to come out, you're raising awareness for suicide prevention, a definite important cause that everybody should take part in. We hope to see a lot of people come out on Sunday, May 3rd at Hazleton Area High School. Thank you, Lisa, for that important information. And before we go to break, here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 2, 2, 1, pick 3, 6, 7, 0, pick 4, 9, 1, 4, 1, and pick 5, 8, 9, 0, 1, 0. Lots of running around is in sports, so stick around.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Greater Hazleton Festival of Races kicks off this weekend at Community Park in Hazel Township. The Lehigh Valley Health Network Run Walk is on Saturday, and the money raised is going to a project that will benefit the entire community. Proceeds will go to improve and upkeep the Lehigh Valley Health and Wellness Center Fitness Trail. That's what you're looking at right now, and that's on the Airport Beltway near the Health and Wellness Center. The trail is always open to the public, and it could help you train for your next race. You can pick from 9 races in the Greater Hazleton Festival of Races. This week's Run Walk race director is also a runner, and she's seen the sport grow in our area. She also brings an interesting perspective as a cardiac rehab exercise physiologist at the Health and Wellness Center.
For the past number of years we have been running. I mean, there was only a couple races each weekend. Now there's just so many, so it's good to see a lot of people getting more into the sport, whether it is running or walking. So it's again great to see a lot of people doing exercise, trying to keep heart healthy.
I think it's cool Lehigh Valley's doing it because it seems more on the preventative end of not ending up in the emergency room or in the hospital.
Right, and everything nowadays is preventive. You don't want to be in the hospital itself. If God forbid, if you do have to go, you do have to go. But the preventive maintenance is always a key, and staying healthy, staying fit is the key to life for the most part, and increasing your quality of life. So definitely with the run walk itself, even if you're not that runner and you're not that go ahead and walk fast, come out for a good time.
The cost of the race is $25, and that's to register the day of the race. There is a post-race party at Damon, so that's awesome. The course is flat and fast with an incline at the end, and there's a kids' fun run that gets underway at 9:30 a.m., and the 5K run walk starts at 10 a.m. For more information, go to valleyrunningclub.weebly.com. Did you ever invite your friends over to play a game you're really good at? My buddy always invites me over to play FIFA, and he always wins. But I always go over there and eat all of his food, so I win in a way as well. Why am I telling you all of this? Well, because the Tamaqua area girls track and field team held their annual invitational, and they won the whole thing. Last week, their head coach told us that this meet is an important measuring stick for all the teams. Tamaqua scored 82.5 points to finish ahead of second place Pottsville. Here's how they won. Monica Shimko took first place in the 800 and the 1600 meter runs. Nicole Wazerleben was third in the 600 meter run. You can see her time there. Tamaqua was third in the 4x100 relay and second in the 4x800 relay race. The Lady Raiders were great in the field events. Paige Demetriotis was third in the pole vault. Morgan Boyle finished in fourth place in that event. In the long jump, Alexis Baddock, she earned points in the long jump as well, so that was big, along with Brinkworth. As we move on, Baddock was fourth in the triple jump, and Allison Pedersen took fourth in the shot put. Kayla Holland took second in discus, and then Peterson and Morgan and Boyle, they were eighth, or Morgan was eighth in the state last year in the javelin, and we talked with her before the meet about what it was like when she first started throwing the javelin. What was it like when you first started throwing the javelin? What was the challenges of it? What was it like those first few weeks?
Oh, my first meet, I remember I threw 65 feet, and I turned to my mom and I said, I should have played softball, Mom. I said, I should have played softball. And she just said, keep with it. You'll get better. You'll get better. And I did, and it's been working out for me so far.
How do you get better? How did you get better in the sport? I mean, how do you improve something like that?
And just keep working at it. Just keep working at it and keep positive.
Wait until you see my first javelin throw on the next out of left field. It was nowhere near 65 feet. Well, the slide continues for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. They lost to the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders in the first game of that three-game set. Russ Kanzler went 2 for 6 in the game with a run scored and 3 strikeouts. And finally, MMI softball. They got a win over Myers. Desiree Dinko struck out 12 batters for the Lady Preppers. Happy Wing Night. It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. One quick announcement. The Tamako Community Arts Center will be holding auditions for Pinocchio on Saturday, April 25th and Sunday, April 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. Ages for the auditions are 6 through 21, and each participant should have prepared a 1-minute monologue. For more information, please call 570-668-1192. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. James Petrulski of Hummelstown. Funeral service will be held at noon at the Jesse H. Geigel Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 11 a.m. to noon. Joseph Smith of Hazleton. Service will be held May 9th at a time and place to be announced. Arrangements are under the direction of the Boyle Funeral Home. Florence E. Koshuk of Hazel Township. Funeral is Wednesday at 9 a.m. from the Belitz Petrilli Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 8 to 9 a.m. Patsy Burton of Sugarloaf Township. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Thomas Kukowski, formerly of Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Salvador L. Sarasola of West Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Jonelle Guju of New York City. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Eva C. Madej of Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. William Edward Stein of Drifton. Services will be held at the convenience of the family and under the direction of the McNulty Funeral Home. And Russell R. Welk, formerly of Freeland. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Mike Tipping of Pottsville. Mike, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Remember, for breaking news, you can go to facebook.com/FYI News 13 and also standardspeaker.com. And if you want to see Let the People Know featuring the mayoral candidates in the upcoming primary election, you can go to SSPTV.com. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.